Hey friends, Whitney here. Welcome back to my channel, Whitney ERD. I am about 4 months postpartum with this little bundle of joy, and I thought I would check in with you guys and do a what I eat in a day while breastfeeding and plant-based. A lot of people have breastfeeding nutrition questions, whether it be what to do when you're hungry nonstop, what to eat in the middle of the night, and some healthy snacking options. So I'm going to take you through a typical day. Just keep in mind everybody's nutrition needs are different. Good morning, friends. Caleb and I are up in the kitchen making some banana oat waffles, but we're actually going to modify it today and add some sweet potato for a little dose of plant-based vitamin A, aka carotenoids, which are super important for babies' growth and development and vision, and they are one of the nutrients that can be affected by mom's diet in the breast milk. So it's something that I always try to incorporate a lot of. Another reason I really love these waffles is they are made with an oat base. Now, you may have heard that oats are a so-called galactagogue, meaning that they can increase your breast milk supply. Now, that is not entirely evidence-based. It's never been tested, but there's a lot of anecdotal accounts of this, and I always say, if it doesn't hurt you, why not try it? Oats are an awesome source of protein and fiber, and they're really nourishing for new moms. So whether or not it actually increases your milk supply, eating enough calories will help support milk production, and eating oats in general is just good for you. So these waffles are one way to get it. So it's 11 o'clock now, and I would usually eat a snack right about now, but on waffle days, I typically don't. The waffle breakfast is super filling, so that's totally enough to carry me through till lunch. So I'm gonna do a little workout, and then I will refuel afterward. But on days that I do have a smaller breakfast, like say my oatmeal, for example, I'll have like a piece of fruit or a smoothie or like a latte so that I get a cup of some soy milk, some protein in there to carry me through until lunchtime. It is super important for breastfeeding mamas to keep their intake up in order to support that milk supply. One piece of advice is to never drop below 1,800 calories a day. Under that, and you're likely not going to be getting enough calories or enough nutrients in order to support a healthy supply.
Wrist, pull that belly in, pull up on the kneecaps.
Whew, that was a burner. Don't let the term yoga throw you off. Yoga sculpting, actually just yoga in general, is a workout. I'm sweaty. So it's time to refuel. It's also lunchtime. I'm gonna make my favorite smoothie right now. It is packed with protein, healthy fat, complex carbs, and it doesn't use any protein powder, which I love because I don't like the chalky taste of protein powder. But breastfeeding mamas do continue to have increased protein needs. So the average amount that a breastfeeding woman needs is about 71 grams a day. That can totally be met through a whole foods, plant-based diet. And I'm gonna show you one way to do that with my smoothie. And I'll show you the secret ingredient that adds a bunch of protein without protein powder. Now is also a good time to mention the increased hydration needs of breastfeeding mamas. Moms need about 16 cups of fluid a day to support a healthy milk supply. But the good news is it doesn't just have to come from water. That fluid can be the fluid that's coming from foods. All food has a little bit of water. Some food like watermelon and grapes, a lot of different fruits have more water than others. But it also includes other beverages that you take, whether that be like sparkling water or tea or even coffee, which some people think is a diuretic. If you drink a moderate amount, it actually can help contribute to your fluid needs and not take away from them, as the term diuretic would suggest. So half of this smoothie has about 20 grams of protein. I'll usually split it with my husband, or I'll give my son some for his lunch as well. And it's just super tasty, so delicious, packed with all the nutrients mamas need. And hey, you get a little hydration in here as well. One more reason I'm a big fan of lattes is because it's another way for me to get in a cup of fortified plant milk. So plant milk has about 300 milligrams of calcium if it is fortified, and that's about a little under a third of your calcium needs for the day. And as a plant-based breastfeeding mama, you need lots of calcium. So you can definitely get it from whole food sources like beans and broccoli and many other plants. However, it's a lot harder to meet 1,000 milligrams a day. So getting some of your calcium from fortified foods like fortified plant milk is just a really good way to meet your needs. And while we're talking fitness for postpartum mamas, I want to give a shout out to my favorite sports bra of late, Kindred Bravely. They make these awesome, super comfortable nursing sports bras. So it makes it really easy to go from getting your sweat on to feeding your babe. Hi friends, so it is about 3 o'clock, which means it's almost time for my midday snack. Ella just had her midday snack. Before I go make it, I wanted to chat with you quickly about snacking during breastfeeding. If you're a breastfeeding mama, you know that you're pretty much hungry 24/7, and that makes sense. Your body's expending a lot of calories making milk. You need about 500 extra calories per day, and as I talked about earlier, you don't want to dip below 1,800 calories. So I think it's important for breastfeeding mamas to get some sort of food intake every 2 to 3 hours. So that may mean eating smaller meals and eating more snacks throughout the day. And that way you don't let yourself get too hungry, which would then result in binging later. So keeping healthy snacks on hand and eating regularly is a really good tip when you're breastfeeding. Some of my favorite snacks include things like kale chips. I like whole grain popcorn, plant-based yogurt, maybe with some nuts and seeds and fresh fruit on top. Fresh fruit by itself is always great. I like sumo citrus. I like strawberries. I like to have apples or bananas, which I can like throw in the diaper bag and take with me wherever I'm going. You got some hiccups, don't you? Your snack was big. What else? I like 3-ingredient cookies. That recipe is on my website, and I'll link to some of these recipes below. Chia pudding, energy balls. These are all great things that you can just have on hand, ready to go. So when you've got your baby in your arms, it doesn't take a lot of preparation. But I'll show you what I'm making today. Okay, here we've got a sprouted grain English muffin with peanut butter and banana and hemp seeds, and it is a great source of protein, fiber, and healthy fat to keep me fueled until dinner time. Hey friends, it is dinner time and Ella and I are on dinner duty, so we are going to make something that is quick, easy, and nutrient dense, my vegan quesadillas. Okay, so for the easiest quesadillas ever, I just put some vegan cashew cream cheese on one side of the tortilla, some refried beans on another, put a little bit of finely diced vegetables in the middle, and then fry them up. Hi, my little kitchen helper. Hello. And there you have it. This whole meal takes less than 20 minutes, which is about all the time that I can keep her in that bouncer chair. She was squawking, so it's a good thing I'm almost done. I like to serve my quesadilla with some salsa, some avocado. Avocado is a great source of healthy fats, and interesting thing to note, while many nutrients in breast milk remain the same, like protein and carbs, it doesn't matter how much you eat, they're always going to be the same in breast milk. Fat intake is actually modulated by what mom eats. So the more unsaturated fats, the more omega-3 fatty acids you get in your diet, the more will be in your breast milk for your bubs. All right, so I got both kids down. It's time for dessert. If I'm lucky, I will have about 2 hours before Ella wakes up and wants to eat again. So I'm gonna enjoy myself. I got some medjool dates here that I put a little bit of almond butter on and some chocolate chips. And yeah, kind of Netflix and eat these. But before I do that, I want to take a second to talk about calories and weight loss and energy intake while breastfeeding. I know so many new mamas out there feel pressure to so-called get their bodies back after baby. And I just want to say that it took 9 months to grow a baby. It's going to take that much time, and probably more so, to get back to a place where you feel your best again. And that is totally normal. It's not the time to be focusing on weight loss. Like I said before, it takes 1,800 calories or more a day to fuel your breast milk supply. So focusing on trying to cut back calories or lose weight at this time is really counterproductive if you want to feed your baby and keep your milk supply up. So hang in there, mamas. I know it's tough with all the messaging that we get about trying to lose weight and bounce back, but just know that the only thing you need to be doing right now is nourishing yourself and nourishing your babe. FYI guys, if you're looking for more information on proper postpartum nutrition, my new book, The Plant-Based Baby and Toddler, has an entire chapter on breast and bottle feeding, in addition to covering everything you need to know to feed your babe through the first 3 years. And it's available this May at all major retailers and available for pre-order right now. And that was what I eat in a day while breastfeeding and plant-based. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below and I will try to get to all of them. I'm Whitney, thanks for watching. Bye guys.